Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome each and every one of you to today's session. We are really on a roll today. I want to welcome each and every one of you. My name is Oladapo Onodikpe. I'm a medical doctor. I'm an eye specialist. I'm a specialist in phaco surgery and retinal area of the eye. So today makes it 2 years that I moved from brick and mortar to click and order. And I'm telling you, I'm so excited because 2 years, I mean, it's not a joke, but this 2 year journey has really transformed my life. And so today you'll be hearing my story, how my journey has been in this opportunity. I'm not here alone. I'm here with my sponsor. She happens to be a colleague of mine. And I remember 2 years ago, at about the same time, she gave me a call telling me of an opportunity in the digital entrepreneurial world. And I wasn't really too sure it was something I wanted to do. But she put me on a three-way call with our chairman, Mr. Obi Anyagwa, and the question was asked, Doctor, if you were asked to pay 3,000 naira, as at then maybe $6 daily, to learn a skill that can pay you for the rest of your life, will it be worth it? That was the question I was asked. And my business mind came to play. And I looked at it, $6 to learn a skill that can pay me for the rest of my life. It's a no-brainer. And that was how I got started. Today, like I said, I'm being joined by my sponsor. She's a colleague of mine. She's also a medical doctor and eye specialist. We call her the HFX Queen. We've been together on this journey in the last 2 years, and who better than anchor today's program? So at this junction, I'm gonna hand it over to a phenomenal leader, a trader, a builder, and someone who is crushing the market daily. We call her the HFX Queen. Can I see some HFX Queen on the chart? As we welcome Dr. Rosemary Asufi. Over to you, Dr. Rosemary Asufi.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Onodikpe. Can everybody hear me on the Zoom call, on IG? Let me know. Everybody's hearing me loud and clear. I hope everybody can hear me. Maybe they should put like a 2 on the chat if they can all hear me loud and clear. All right, so let me know if everybody can hear me. All right, are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go. The feedback I get on IG is fine.
It's good. All right. Awesome. So, wow. Okay. All right. If anybody stops hearing me clearly at any point, just let me know. But Dr. Onodikpe, you can hear me, right? That should mean
loud and clear.
All right. Awesome. So it is a day of celebration. As in, it's a day of celebration. We are so grateful to God for this journey so far. This is 2 years down the line. And yes, I think I'm going to give us all, sometimes when some things happen and you just see the results, you don't know what's actually transpired before you can see the results right in front of you. So it's going to be a story session. We are going to be going through this journey together on how the SP Master got started in this space. It didn't start as the SP Master, right? It started out on a particular day when I called him. I remember that day very clearly. I had joined this opportunity about 9 months before I got to call him. And I called him that particular day, told him about this, and I told him to join a call. So yeah, this is what happened. All right. For every person on the call that is wondering, okay, how did he get into this space? This is exactly what happened. So I called him and he got into a presentation to see what the opportunity was about. And then he saw it and he didn't get started immediately. Contrary to what everybody may think, like, okay, he just saw it and he just signed up. No, he did not get started immediately. After that call, I had to put him on a three-way call with our chairman Obi, like he just mentioned, and they spoke about it. And even after that three-way call, he didn't get started immediately, right? There was something that happened. I remember calling him and saying, okay, doc, have you signed up? And he told me, well, I've not been feeling too fine. And you know, sometimes when things happen like this, and I'm about to do something and something is happening, I just hold on, you know, I just hold on. I don't just rush into it like that, you know. So all of those challenges came in before he got started, but finally he got started. And I remember him telling me that he may not remember, but I do remember that when he came in, he said, you have just signed up a JJ or Kocha into this business. Some of us that in Nigeria, but some of us that in Nigeria, we have a very phenomenal footballer. Like that's, he plays football, right? He was an amazing player. His name was JJ Okocha, right? He was really good. So Dr. Nodikwe actually alluded to the fact that in this business, I just brought in a player like JJ Okocha, and honestly, he knew exactly what he was talking about, because this gentleman you see right here is a goal-getter. He knows exactly what he wants. He goes for it. He's determined, he's focused, he's resilient, he is poised. Like, you know, talk about laser focus. That is what we have right here in the SP Master. So we're going to be going through this journey together on how he got started. So let us know, Dr. Nodikwe, let us know, when exactly did you get started in this opportunity?
Yes, if my memory serves me right, it was actually the 27th of April, 2020. And that makes it exactly 2 years today, not by coincidence.
Yeah.
But you know, we're just having this, and normally I have a Wednesday session, so I just left it at that. So it was exactly 2 years ago today that I got started. You've already heard from the person who pushed me. Let me use that word. Irene, when she now mentioned that, I started laughing, you know, because I knew what I was bringing to the table, not trying to sound proud or whatever, but I was just letting her know that, I mean, she has unearthed a gem in this space. So 2 years ago, one thing about me is that I'm an all or none person. I'm like a Texas cowboy. I either play big and win big, or I play big and lose everything. So anything I want to do, I put my all into it. So when I came into this space, I just told myself, I mean, this is what I'm going to do. And I was ready, you know, to give it all it was going to take from me. And so that was why I alluded to that statement, because I knew my capability, I knew what I was able to do, and I knew that this was a new challenge, and I was really, really ready for the challenge. So I started exactly 2 years from today, and looking back, I would say it's one of the best decisions that I have taken.
And that was around the time of the lockdown, I think just shortly before the lockdown. Oh, sorry, shortly after the lockdown. Yeah, that was around that time. Okay, so you know, the truth is, around that time, we had a lot of people that were just not, you know, most people were at home doing nothing, just, you know, just whiling away the time. And I must say that, you know, I don't believe anything happens by accident. And God bringing it your way at that point in time was just, you know, it was just timely. God knows how he orders things, you know, ordering our steps the right way. And you came in at that time where, who knows, maybe if that didn't happen, you may not have even taken, you know, a look at this opportunity or given it the attention it required. You know, nothing really happens by accident.
Yeah, so I would say that, you know, at that time, I had a lot of things I was thinking about. You know, the lockdown started and there was so much uncertainty. You know, we didn't know how long it was going to be on for. We didn't know if we were going to be able to move about. We didn't know, you know, if we could get supply for food. For me, it was, will patients be able to access me in clinic? Do I even want to expose myself to patients at this time? You know, quarantine, a lot of things were really, really going on. And at that time, I just told myself, you know, that this was a time that I needed to think really outside the box. I needed to think, what if this condition goes on for 6 months, for 1 year? I mean, my major source of income was my clinic and then my farm. Those were my two major sources of income. And of course, because of the lockdown, there were restrictions. So people coming to the clinic, number was getting reduced, and I started putting one and two together. What if this happens over a period of time? What will happen to my clinic? You know, I was looking at it that way. I was also looking at my farm. I needed a lot of logistics to get feed to the farm. A lot of some of the companies were not working at full strength or were shutting down. So my piggery was also going to suffer. So it was really a time that I had a lot of questions in my mind, and I was looking for answers. I was looking for answers. And you know, when I now saw this opportunity, I could learn a skill, I could earn online, an additional income source, not minding the lockdown, not minding the challenge of my clinic, of my farm. You know, it just seemed to be something I was looking for. And I mean, it just came at the right time. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, so let us know, you know, when you got started in this space, everything was new. This is a space, as in you never knew anything. Some people may think that you knew about Forex before now, you had done it before, you've heard about it. You didn't know anything about it. You were a complete novice when you came in the beginning. So I want you to describe to us really how your first 3 months was in this business, you know, coming into this space, because most times when people come in, everything is new, especially for those that have never heard about it. Everything is new and strange, and you need to push through. So for you, what was the experience like in those first 3 months?
Yeah, truly, I had no background in Forex. I'm not sure I'd even known anybody that had traded.
Yeah.
So I was very remote. You know, there are some people, they've seen people who've traded before, they know people, but I didn't. Maybe at best, I'll just hear something on radio. Somebody just tells you, you don't need to go to university to learn Forex, this, that, and it looked so strange to me. It seems somebody was trying to sell a product. That was really how it looked to me. So when I came here, you know, knowing nothing, it was really coming from zero. Then also at that time, we had just transitioned from FRX to binary or HFX.
Yeah.
So I had more questions, and there were a lot of people who were even in the business before me that couldn't answer those questions, you know, because they too were not familiar with binary. So not only did I come in at a time I didn't know anything, a lot of people who were ahead of me also didn't know anything about binary. So we were all groping in the dark, if I should use that word. And it was really a challenging time. I remember in my first month, I fell ill. And I remember one of those days, you know, when you didn't see me on the Zoom and other things, you called me. What's happening? I've not been seeing you. And I told you I wasn't feeling fine. Just give me some time. Let me recuperate. I think I was out for about 2 weeks or thereabouts. And, you know, at that time, I was wondering if I had not wasted my money. I mean, if I paid for school, I couldn't go to school. I was out for about 2 weeks. Before I knew it, the next month's subscription had come. And it was like, am I going to pay again? Of course, because I had made up my mind, I was coming for an online master's. I told myself, if in 12 to 18 months, I don't graduate from this school, I don't learn the skill, then I'll just take it that, I mean, it was one of those escapades that didn't work for me. That was my mindset when I came. And so I continued paying my school fees. And I know in my first month, I was able to get 3 people to sign on. So in my very first month, I started earning in dollars. I'm going to repeat that because that is very significant as part of my story on this platform. My very first 3 months, I got a friend who is a sales rep. I got my neighbor, and I got my wife to sign up. So 3 people signed up in my first month. I became a P150. And for the first time in my life, I started earning in dollars. Why is that significant? It was very significant for me because 14 years earlier, that was 2006. You know, as a medical doctor, I've been practicing medicine for 6 years in Nigeria. At some point in time, I got disillusioned. I didn't really see a future in what I was doing. And, you know, the only thing I thought of was, let me leave the country. Let me go for greener pastures. Let me go earn foreign currency and, you know, maybe I'll get some more excitement in what I was doing. But what I was doing at that time, there was no excitement and I wasn't happy about it. So I did the English IELTS, did Lab 1, went to UK sometime May, June 2006. Those dates are very fresh in my mind because May is my anniversary. My daughter was born sometime in June. So I remember those times. It was World Cup, Germany World Cup 2006. It was when Arsenal was in the finals of the Champions League. You know, I was watching that match live in UK. So I remember those events as if they were yesterday. So I haven't done all the exam, passed everything, spent as at then maybe about $4,000. Today it would just be like $2,000. Passed all the exams. I didn't get a job. So I left UK disappointed. I haven't spent so much time, spent so much energy, spent so much money. It came to zero. So 14 years down that line, for me now to sit in my home, the comfort of my home, not going to another country, here in Nigeria, to earn in dollars, ladies and gentlemen, it was a game changer for me.
Amazing. Amazing. You know, that's the beauty of this opportunity and this space that we have, where we can literally just earn at our comforts wherever we are. You know, I was just enjoying the story and just going along with you, you know, as you were flowing with it. It's just a blessing we have in this space, you know, and you came in, you started learning, you started getting better to the point where this company recognized even the skills that you have developed over time and deemed it fit that no, you cannot just keep this skill to yourself. You need to bless other people with it, and then puts you in the position where thousands of people are now learning from you every day and making money even on your sessions, making you an educator on this world-class platform. So at what point did you become an educator? You know, I know you didn't set out to be an educator here, right? But somehow it came. It came because, you know, they say you cannot light a lamp and hide it. At some point, the brightness will show whether you like it or not, right? So yours was shining and you came forth, and right now you're in this position. So at what point did you get there? And yes, I know you did not plan to get to be that, but how was it for you? I know you had an educator that you were really learning from at some point, and you were, should I say, compelled to go do it by yourself. You started learning and now you're teaching other people. So how was that? You know, just give us the story on that. And at what point were you now placed as an educator?
Okay. So, you know, when I started, it wasn't easy because, like I said, those who were ahead of me, they also were new in binary. So it was really, really a tough time, I must tell you. And some people quitted at that time because I didn't trade in my first month. I did not trade in my first month. You know, I just couldn't figure everything out. You are still on the academy, then you want to open a broker, then the brokers you had to fund before you opened it. You know, so many things happening at the same time. So I didn't trade in my first month. I concentrated on building and I made sure I was a P150 within my first month. So I now started learning. Then also, who do you join? There were a lot of educators. You know, it's not like today that things are a bit more streamlined. So we joined the educators. Most of the educators were having their sessions early in the morning, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. You know, these were hours that were not convenient for those of us in Nigeria. So the timing wasn't really, really very convenient. For some people, the language was an issue. And in fact, at times we had to join the Spanish session. I remember I would join Millie Mills at times around 5 p.m. I would just dash out of my office. I'll be on the farm with my pigs. I'm listening and, you know, I'm trying to take a trade at the same time. At times network can be bad on the farm. You know, I'm just so many things, you know, you just know that this thing is just not working, man. What's the meaning of all this? I hope I've not just wasted my energy and my efforts.
Yeah.
You know, then you get on the session, you are on the Spanish session, you are, you know, compra is buy, venture is sell, entry remains the same in English, currency you wear, or AUD, you know, that's UAUD, you know. You just try and figure it out. So it wasn't really fun. You join the Spanish session, you join the English session, because between, I think, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., you had some educators. So, you know, you quickly try and finish your program and you join. Some of those days I'll be on the farm, I won't be able to join. So it wasn't really, it wasn't working. Let me just tell you, it wasn't working. You miss some, you get some, you're on Spanish session, you know what they've told you. Then when they say cancel the idea, you still jump inside because you didn't hear what they said, you know, definitely you will lose the trade. So that was the kind of confusion that we were in at the onset, I must tell you. It wasn't until along the line, I now saw an educator. I think the time zone changed. So it was coming on, I think like 5 a.m. So that 5 a.m. looked okay because I could wake up at 4 and join him at 5. Then his strategy, which later on metamorphosed into market trap, was also familiar, and it was something I was able to learn. So he had checklists, you know, so gradually I was following the sessions, I would join, and I saw that I was learning, I was growing my account, and gradually it started making sense. Gradually it started making sense. And I remember, I think in my 3rd month, I was in this same educator's session, and he said he would not call a trade that morning. Imagine that kind of scenario. How can I join you early in the morning and you won't call a trade? Man, better stop this joke. This is a very expensive joke. You know, that was really it. And that day, we waited. He didn't call any trades. I told myself, young man, borrow yourself, Bruno. You can't wake up and go back to bed. So, you know, it was like somebody was in the kitchen who was forced to cook. You gather anything, even if it's poison, you eat. Yeah? So that morning, I made sure that, you know, I analyzed, because I've been following him, support resistance. I analyzed, I saw a good area, I went in, cleared in profit. I think I did that about 2 or 3 ideas, all in profit that day. Then I told myself, wow, so I have actually learned this skill. And I'm telling you, from that day, I didn't look back. From that day, after a couple of weeks or months, I started doing Zoom sessions where I started teaching people in my group how, you know, because when I learned it, I could imagine a lot of people struggling to learn. And, you know, also as a surgeon, even Dr. Asufi was certain to that, even when I'm not paid extra to teach, I teach people, because as a doctor, teaching is part of what I do. My parents were also teachers. So if I was not paid and I was teaching as a doctor, then now I've seen a skill that I know that I went through a lot of challenge to learn, and a lot of people also will go through that challenge. So I decided to start teaching, and I started teaching. I think before the end of the day, I'll show you some of those old results. Facebook still brings them out from time to time. And you know, as I was teaching, we're having very fantastic and phenomenal results. Those results were mind-blowing. Those results were outstanding. And a year after, sometime in the month of May 2021, I got a call from the company asking me if I would like to be an educator. Let me tell you, and I'm going to say it very sincerely. In fact, I was not asked if I wanted to be an educator. I was told I had been chosen to be an educator. Because if my permission was asked, I felt I wasn't competent enough, despite all the results. If you ask me, I was going to hand it over to the HFX screen. I mean, I've not told her that before, but I'm telling you now, I'm telling you from my heart.
No, despite all the results.
If they had asked me,
I was going to hand it over to the HFX screen. I
if they had asked me,
before, but I'm telling you now, I'm telling you from my heart.
What's happening, Dr. Asuki? I'm having some echo. Okay, sorry. So, like I said, for me, if I was asked, I would have handed it over to the HFX queen, because I believe that she was a better trader than myself. But unfortunately, I was not asked. I was just told I'd been selected. And you know, when I had that, my mind went 1,000 times. What? Of course, I was excited and happy. But you know, I didn't set out to be an educator. So sincerely, it was not what I was looking for. You know, there are some things you're looking for. When you get it, you are so excited. Yes, I was happy, but it wasn't what I was looking for. If I had an opportunity, like I said, I would have turned it down. I'm saying it as the truth. But my leaders that handed it over to me gave me a responsibility I could not say no. I didn't have an option of a no. So I was just told I'd been selected. And you know, when your leaders put so much trust and responsibility in you, you don't have a choice. So I accepted it. And let me tell you a few things that happened when I accepted it. In my mind, I started wondering if I was capable. You know, that's like another bias remorse. I had it first when I signed up, and I had it again when I was told I would be an educator. I started wondering, was I good enough? I mean, am I sure I can do it? You know, all those doubts started coming in. And I remember, you know, eventually we got a call. They told me, and, you know, I was to start sometime in May. They set up the OBS for me, test run it, everything was fine. And I remember my first day on Go Live. Here was I, anxious because it was my first day. Here was I, not familiar with OBS because it was a new technology. Here was I, you know, trying to make sure that my internet was up to speed. I had all of this in my mind. And I was just telling myself, I hope I'm not gonna blow it up today. So you know what I did? I had to play music. And that music was, "You Were Too Faithful to Fail Me." When I played that music, I started being calm. And I started telling myself I could do it. I went on the session and I started seeing comments. And I remember some of those comments I saw. Somebody asked, "Have you traded with that guy before? Is that guy a good trader? Do you think he knows what he's doing?" These were the comments people were passing on the charts. It was like, "Physician, heal thyself." So I sat very well. adjusted, no rushing. No, 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 no. This is not a first day, you don't rush in the market. I waited. I did all the 5 checklists. Make sure everything aligned. I typed out the trade. They took it. My first trade on the academy, it was a win. And I think we took 2 that day. It was 2 wins, no lesson. Come and see the excitement on the charts. Come and see the music. Come and see the dancing. Come and see the celebration. And that was the part of Dr. Onodipe, the SP Master, as a Go Life educator. Thank you very much, Dr. Rosemary. I hope I answered that question.
Yes, yes, yes. You really answered the question. I'm just enjoying this session, just enjoying the stories, reminiscing, going down memory lane, as in, wow, wow, wow. You know, God has brought us thus far, and we are so grateful to Him for it. I'm really enjoying this session. So I hope we are getting value for every single thing we are talking about here. You know, so it's not just about his story. Hearing it from him like this, you know, should really inspire you, because this is one gentleman that didn't know anything about trading, absolutely nothing, but just determined within himself, you know, that he can do this, and believed. You know, they say believing you can is way more profitable than believing you can't. And he believed in himself. So let us know, Dr. Nodipe, when it comes to you know, the results. You've spoken a little about that too. But then I want you to talk about the impact now. You know, for a lot of us on this call, if you do not know, Dr. Onodipe is also a Platinum 2000. What that means is he has impacted the lives of over 75 people. In fact, it's more than 75, over 100 people since he got started. So it's not just about him learning it just for himself. Yes, he is teaching the skill too to others, but at the same time, he's also bringing this information to others, building a team of people that are learning the skill set and also being profitable in this. So he's also a builder. He's not just a trader, right? And that is where the impact really comes in. And personally, for me, in this space, building the business is very, very important, because a lot of us will not know about this if somebody did not tell us about it, right? If somebody did not bring us into this space. So it is already on you. You're like a door that is, you know, you're ushering people into the opportunity. And Dr. Nodipe is a perfect example about that. So just let us know your journey so far when it comes to that impact, building your team. I know you've alluded to the results already, but also still speak on that.
Okay. I just saw one of my mentors, Sir Gary Maxwin, and I want to say a big shout out to you, sir, and also to appreciate you, because he was the door through whom God allowed me to be part of being an educator on this platform. So you are greatly appreciated, sir. And if you're in a good place, we could also hear from you what you saw in me that made you to think I could do what I am doing today. That would also be a good perspective for us to see, hear from. So back to the question that was asked. Impact. You see, a life that is lived for self is not worth living for. I'm going to say that again for emphasis and for those at the back. A life that is lived for self is not worth living for. And that has always been the way I've operated. I told you I'm an eye surgeon. When I was working where Dr. Asufi was, even at the expense of my time, I would stay longer in theater, teaching some of my colleagues and, you know, helping them out if they had difficult cases in surgery. I wasn't paid for it. But I know some of my colleagues that will never do that. Just go into your surgery, do your surgery and go. So I was very mindful of the impact. And I remembered one of my colleagues there, you know, when I was resigning and leaving that place, the person told me that, Dr. Onodipe, if not for you, I won't be confident to do cataract surgery. So you came to this place because of me. And because of your selfless way of giving yourself, now I'm a better cataract surgeon. So that is my background and that is what I do. So coming here, I'm happy that I've been able to impact a lot of people. First on Go Live, I remember October 1st, you know, I had 45,000 views on Go Live. In fact, the views have dropped now. On October 1st, I was the most viewed educator with 45,000 views. Imagine that, on a platform being able to reach 45,000 people. So that's where the impact has been on Go Live. You know, impact also on friends, on family, on even people that I don't know. I remember they just concluded Impact Nigeria, sorry, TBX Africa we did. Some people were coming, asking for my permission to take my picture. At some point in time, my wife just had to go and stay on the side because, you know, people were just coming. They wanted to take my picture. They wanted to be with me. They were sharing their experience. Oh, Dr. Onodipe, I've learned the skill now. My account is growing. I'm making money on your session. Someone came and told me it's not just the money, it's the mindset, the spiritual impact you have on me. You know, I join your session every day and my mindset has changed. You know, people from all over the world, from all the continents, from Asia, from Australia, from Africa, from America, from Europe, all over the world, you know, me being able to impact their lives. And you know, this is not what I went to study in school. I went to study how to be a doctor. My primary thing I studied in school, being a doctor, has not made me impact as many people as I've impacted through this opportunity in Eye Mastery Academy. I've helped thousands of people see from my cataract surgeries that I do, but here I have helped much more, thousands of people see this opportunity, learn a skill that is paying them for the rest of their life. Personally, you know, no income claims, but like she said, I'm a P2000, meaning I earn $2,000 a month from the residual part of the business. I also trade. I won't tell you how good I am in trading, but my result speaks for myself. So from there, make profit, make withdrawals. So make money from building, make money from trading, and more importantly, helping people learn this skill and also earning all over the world. I know some of my students are here. If you've been benefiting, you can type it on the chat. We'll have time to, you know, hear your story. Just type on the chat the impact I've had. You can put it on the chat. I'm sure we'll look at it before we go. And if you have any question also, you can also put it on the chat. But in terms of impact, I'm so happy and grateful to God for the opportunity to impact people all over the world. I also remember when I started, I think on my IG handle, I probably had less than 100 people. I wasn't even doing anything. But today, I already have over 4,000, you know, followers on IG. And, you know, it's so, I feel so honored when I post something, you see a lot of people come, share, like, show some love and all of that. So the impact has been very great, I must tell you. And I thank God for such an opportunity. I thank the Double Blessing Nation that I am part of. I thank the HFX Queen who gave me that call for me to join this opportunity. And of course, my family, you know, they bear the brunt. A lot of times daddy is at home, but he's in the study, you can't disturb him. So they have had to make some sacrifice for me, and I really appreciate them. And I mean, 2 years is just like yesterday. It's just like yesterday.
All right, all right, all right. Awesome, awesome. This is a phenomenal session right here. I wish we were even recording this. Oh, we are. Praise God. Okay. Okay, so one final question for you, Dr. Nodikwe, and everybody on the call, please just, you can type out your questions. If you're on IG, you're on Zoom, just type out your questions, anything you want to ask the SP Master, put it on there, right? And I'll just ask this final question to him. We have so many people on this call. There might even be a new person, somebody just hopping in and wondering, okay, what's this opportunity? What are they talking about? What's this story we are hearing? What's this journey? So for that new person that is listening, what would you say to them about this? As in, what would you tell them about this amazing opportunity? Let me put it that way.
Yeah, thank you very much. So please let your comments, let your questions, let them be flowing. We'll have some time to be able to answer them. Yeah, the question, Dr. Asufi, what I will tell those who are guests here. Okay, thank you. Yeah, what I will tell those who are guests here is you need to dig well before the dry season. That's a proverb that I will share with us. What do I mean? You see, when I saw this opportunity, like I said, I had questions, and I knew that the lockdown was going to make economic situation globally to be more challenging. I didn't look at the fact that I had a thriving clinic, I had a farm, but I just told myself additional income, I was ready for it. Let me tell you that that same year I started 2 years ago in April, by the month of June, July. So I started April, May, June, July. 3-4 months that I started in this opportunity, my pig farm got ravaged by swine fever.
Oh.
There are pig farmers in the house, they will know what I'm talking about. This was an investment I had built over the years. I think I had built this investment for about maybe 7 years. Yeah, it was an investment I had built over the years, maybe about 7 years, and got assets, maybe about, just an estimate, maybe 8 to 10 million naira. Present day street value, that would be like $20,000. I hope my maths is right. Yeah, I think that would be about $20,000 presently today. And my farm got hit by African swine fever. And every day they will call me from the farm, doctor, we've lost 5 pigs today. Today is 7, tomorrow is 10. And every day they kept giving me figures of pigs that had died on my farm. In fact, at some point in time, I stopped picking those phone calls. At some point in time, I stopped visiting the farm because it was really devastating for me. Imagine building up a brick and mortar business, and in about 7 years, a lot of investment, infrastructure, got good breeds, have staff, built good structures, and all of that. And in 7 years, just by a disaster that happened, African swine fever, that pig farm came crashing. I'm telling you, if I was not in this opportunity, I would probably have gone bankrupt. And I'm saying it from my heart. So I'm letting anyone who comes here know that this opportunity is something that you need to grab by the scruff of the neck and make work. Because if I didn't dig well before dry season and I suddenly lost my main assets, imagine how life will have been. In fact, during the lockdown, my income reduced so drastically that I couldn't even pay my salary for my clinic. So it was really a tough time, but thank God that I had moved into the online space. I think at that time I was already a P600, earning $600 every month. By that time, I had also known how to trade, and I was, making withdrawals from the market. And this was really, really what cushioned that period of the lockdown. Because the year after, I think January 2021, I became a P1000. By I think about March 2021, I became a P2000. So with that, I had reasonable amount of money So ladies and gentlemen, you are here. This is an opportunity of a lifetime that can help you learn a skill that can help you to earn from the comfort of your home. Don't, because you are comfortable today, jettison this kind of opportunity, because most people are one disaster away from financial handicap. My pig farm that collapsed, if not for the fact that I had another stream of income, I'm telling you, I probably would be sprawling on the floor. So you are here today. This is an opportunity for you to learn how to make money in the largest financial markets. When you come on board, you're going to learn from expert educators, and these expert educators are going to walk you through the journey, through the steps, and ultimately you too can become a world-class educator if that's what you want, but you can surely profit on this platform. So you are here today and you are wondering why you should get started. I'll just tell you that you need to get started because it's an opportunity to learn a new skill that can pay you for the rest of your life. Don't play with that, ladies and gentlemen. 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, you will thank God that you took that step to get started. And I'm telling you, that step can change your story forever.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Nodife. So we don't have any questions right here.
We have some here.
So let's take the ones there.
So let me check the ones on IG.
Okay.
If you have any comments, questions, put it on IG. So much impact from you, sir. I've gained a lot. That's Nehemiah. Olajagun, I've learned to chat from you, sir. Thank you very much. Kate, my very good friend from Wales, she says, I would have given up trading if I hadn't found you on iMastery Academy last year. I'm so grateful for each Monday morning to have 3 days of starting the day with your teaching. Thank you very much, Kate. You are very appreciated. Please, sir, do you do smart money? Well, smart money is a concept. I may not do it the way smart money is being done, but we do make smart money on my session. How many videos did you watch per day when you got serious about learning the skill? I can't really say how many. I just threw myself into it. So I can't really say how many videos, but I made sure I was on as many educator sessions as possible. I made sure I was learning. I watched all the recordings of the videos. I joined as many Zoom meetings as I could, and on and on and on. I made myself available to learn. One question I'm sure some people want to ask, I'm not seeing it on the chat, and that question is, why do they call me the SP Master? Who wants to know why I'm called the SP Master? Can you put SP on that chart? You want to know why I'm called the SP Master? Can you put SP on that chart? I'm waiting for your comments. You want to know why I'm called the SP Master? Can I see some SP on the chart? Okay. I remember when I got started, some people couldn't pronounce my name. So some will say Dr. O. Some will call Oladapo. They couldn't really call Oladapo Nodife. And I was, looking at, what may be easier for people to be able to associate me with. And, because of my surgical background, when I'm in theater, I try to make sure that though I'm fast with surgery, every patient I do cataract surgery for, which I do the phaco surgery, I try to make sure that they have an excellent outcome. So I brought the precision, the accuracy, and the excellent spirit of being an eye surgeon into trading. And so when you see me on my session, it's as if I'm in theater. I'm very focused. I concentrate. I don't distract myself. I'm looking at the charts. I'm looking for good areas on the charts. I don't call everywhere. I look for those areas where the market likely will react to very strongly. And most of the time, the market gets there and moves. The market gets there and moves. And you know, the way the market gets there and moves is like a surgeon's knife cutting through the eye or cutting through any part of the body, but with accuracy, with precision. And that is what you get on my trading session. And a lot of you can allude to that. I mean, we've had excellent trading sessions. I remember February, it was a whole 100%. March, it was another 100%. We've just finished April, and I think I only had maybe 3 or 4 lessons. I can't remember now. When my result is out, you will see it. But we finished trading for April. Next week, Monday is May 2nd. And I think I only had 3 or 4 lessons this month. So that is how surgical I am, that I brought from theater onto trading. And because of that, I am known as the surgical precision master. So next time you hear the surgical precision master, know that he's a surgeon who has brought his surgical accuracy onto trading. And that's why we have those outstanding results we have day in, day out, week in, week out. Even this week, we had just 1 lesson. Don't mind that AJ, very stubborn. But minus that, I mean, it was a massive bank account this week. So that's why I'm called the surgical precision. I have a question here before we round up. We almost out of time. We have just a few minutes. He said, Doctor, do I need a laptop to get started in order for easy learning? Well, what I would recommend, if you can have 2 laptops, very good. You use one and be monitoring the educator on the screen. You use the other one to trade. That's what I recommend. But if you have 1 laptop, 1 phone, then you can use the phone to be listening and you trade on the laptop. Why do I say you should trade on the laptop? If you're on your phone, some calls can come in and you want to click a button, a call comes in, you can't take that trade. You know what that would be. But if you have 2 laptops, nobody will disturb you with a phone call, so there will be no disturbance. But if you have just 1 laptop and 1 phone, then trade on your laptop and listen on your phone. That will be my recommendation. So I hope I've answered all your questions. Remember, we have another session, 7 p.m. West African time later today. It's going to be more fire, it's going to be more learning, and it's going to be an awesome time. So, Dr. Rosemary Asufi, do you have any final words as we try to round up the session?
All right. Wow, it's been an amazing session. I've enjoyed every single minute of it, hearing the story, hearing the journey. It's been awesome. So I just want to tell anybody listening on this call, this is something you can do. You can do this. Many times than not, what you need is just that belief in yourself. Just believe in yourself. That is it. Believe in yourself and in the person, the one that made you. And your heart is in this. You want to go for this. Go all out for it, right? Don't be held back by the obstacles or challenges or whatever. You see how, Dr. Nodipe has gone through this, beating all the odds and still coming out very successful at the top. So you as a new person, or you're just hearing this information, you're seeing this, you want to learn from this, you want to be inspired by everything you've heard here, and take those steps, do what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So believe in yourself, believe in the one that made you. Thank you so much, Dr. Nodipe, for having me on here with you.
Awesome, awesome. So I want to really appreciate Dr. Rosemary Asufi for giving me that call. I call that call an heavenly call. Maybe if she's not called me then, by the time my farm, collapsed, volume of patients in the clinic dropped, I'll just be moping somewhere, lamenting about the country, lamenting about this and that. But I'm so happy today that I'm giving a lot of people hope in and outside the country and the nations. So you are here as a guest. Let me leave you with this word. Believe in yourself. If I can do it, you can also do it.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful time. Once again, I appreciate Dr. Rosemary Asufi, who gave me that call. She had not given me that call, I probably wouldn't be here today. I want to appreciate all those that have helped me along this journey. I want to appreciate Mr. Obi Ayagwa, our chairman, Double Blessing Nation. I want to appreciate Dr. Luke Pamina, Sir Gary Maxwin, Dr. David Monite, and all the leaders. I want to really be grateful to Christopher Terry and ISIS, for setting up this platform in High Mastery Academy. I must tell you, it has changed my life. It has changed my story for the better. And my desire, my prayer for each and every one that is listening to me is that you take maximum advantage of this opportunity. You let it work for you so that you too can be the next success story on this platform. Having said that, I'm just going to play some of my results, that we've been having in the past, for the record purpose of this platform. I'm going to keep them in the archives. I want to appreciate every one of you that has joined this session. I really appreciate you. And we'll have a session by 7 p.m. later tonight. Please, you are welcome to join. I'm just going to round up with, a video of some of my previous results. And I hope I'm sharing my screen so that everyone can see those results that we've had. Dr. Asufi, please, can you let me know if my screen is showing?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Can you see my results on it?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, I'm coming, please. I want to be sure I'm sharing the screen. Can you see now?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, so for those of you who are here, you can see that this story didn't start yesterday. You can see, I can't remember, but this was sometime in 2020. You can see my results, 20 wins, 5 lessons, win ratio of 80%. Can you see? That was 2 years ago. 16 win, 4 lessons, win ratio, another 80%. But let me play some music while we are watching that, and I'll just let you run through it. I love you all.